All right, now we're here with the star of the game, against Narbonne here at Serra High School, and quarterback Connor Preston. And I was just talking to Coach Altenberg after the game, and I asked him if this was one of the best performances you've had since you've been at Serra, and he said most definitely. What's your thoughts on that?
You never want to be too satisfied. The last thing Coach Parcells said to Tony Romo before he left the Cowboys was, "Never look good enough to be good enough." And that's kind of stuck with me. I'm very happy with the win. You know, for the first time this season, we kind of came out really hard in the first half, put up 34 points. You know, the last couple games we've kind of struggled in the first half, maybe putting up 7 to 12 points, and then come out and had a very dominant second half. But we came out and we put up 34 points and really showed. And Narbonne's a really good program, and they've had really good success, a lot of success in the last couple of years. So to do it against a team like that was really impressive.
Do you feel like today's game was a lot more like a lot of the games last year, as far as with the deep connecting with the deep patterns?
We lost 5 Division I receivers from last year.
Right.
5 receivers, 4 of them which are Division I schools. So that hurts your program a lot. That's a big loss. But I think we've done a really good job coming back with guys like George and Marquise Lee. And Marquise had a really amazing game. You kind of remember last season is where we finished off. The state championship, and where we were at the end of the season really rolling. And you got to remember, at the beginning of the season last year, we struggled a little bit in the beginning as well.
Yes.
And we've upped our competition and our schedule. So I think in the beginning, it's always, no matter how much you practice, no matter everything, you're always going to be a little, you got new receivers, new offense, not offense, but just new things you're installing, and it's a little shaky, and you just got to get that chemistry back. And I think tonight we really showed that we're rolling and we're on the right track.
Well, it was an outstanding performance, and it was sure a lot of fun to watch. I mean, those passes were just spot on. I mean, it wasn't just like these receivers had to wait for the ball. I mean, you caught them in full stride. And we've talked about this before. I think you throw one of the nicest deep balls of all the quarterbacks that I've seen, certainly in Southern California. And to kind of further go along with that thought, you have an offer from SMU, you committed to SMU, you really love everything about SMU, but is it at least a little bit of a source of frustration and maybe a little bit surprising that you don't have more offers?
I think, I started as a true freshman, as a freshman in high school, and as a sophomore, and I kind of was projected maybe to be more of a bigger recruit. So in some sense, I guess you could say it was disappointing that you didn't receive some of the things, but there are a lot of things that go into recruiting. And I'm very content with SMU, and I think, sometimes I'm a big believer in things that happen for a reason, and I'm very happy with SMU, and I think it's a perfect fit. Well,
hey, as far as a quarterback going into a June Jones system, the one thing you know is you're gonna be throwing the ball plenty of times. Do you have any plans to visit SMU possibly this bye week?
Number 71 on Narbonne, Dante Livingston, who was their left tackle, had a pretty good game. He's offered from Florida, Oregon, Arizona, Washington. He's a big-time recruit. Is also being heavily recruited by SMU. And
do you think he's going to go there?
I think he is going to go there, but you'd have to talk to him about that. But we're planning to go together to the Houston game, which is in a couple weeks.
Now, is you going to try and get David Mwala to get involved in the SMU recruiting?
They ask me about him all the time, and I think there's a couple guys at his position they were looking at, and I think that he's really shown that he's a dominant force in the middle, and I think they like him a lot.
Well, hey, just you're having another fantastic season, and we wish you nothing but the success. You've been great to us. You've given us a lot of your time for these interviews, and we'll just continue to enjoy watching you play football, man.
Thank you very much.
Thanks again for the interview. Great game.